Hey guys, Nathan here from Running Warehouse Australia, and I have with me Jack Crago, or as he's better known, Jog On Crago. And today we're doing a little bit something different. I have the ASICS METAFUJI trail, taking them out for a test run, and Jack has the
Adidas Agravic Terrex Speed Ultra.
Very nice. We're taking them out, doing a little comparison. You'll hear my thoughts on the ASICS, you'll hear Jack's thoughts on the Adi, and we'll give you the breakdowns, the pros and cons. First off, let's take you through the midsole. So I had the ASICS. I have a top layer of Flight Foam Turbo, which is their super responsive PEBA, and I really felt that on the downhills. It almost propelled me over the top of myself to the point where I felt a little bit dangerous at times. Underneath that, I've got an EVA layer, which is a little bit softer. I did enjoy that when I landed in the hill. How was your midsole?
It was very nice. Full layer Light Strike Pro Foam gives you that kind of nice meaty response. I really enjoy it in their road shoes, and I actually think it's the perfect foam for the trails. You don't really feel rocks or sticks, but it gives that nice kind of plush bounce back. Combined with the plastic rods as well, really nice rocker feel, keeps you moving along nicely.
Yeah, so I did find on the flatter stuff, I really like the Flight Foam Turbo. It propelled me along so well. It's really enjoyable on the hard pack trails. Once it got a little bit technical and in those descents, that's when I was a little bit teetering.
Yeah, I'd definitely say this performs better on smoother trails. I did really like it for the downhills. The rocker profile, especially in the heel, does give a nice smooth transition on gentle downhills, but once things kind of get really technical and kind of off camber, I definitely found myself wanting something a bit more grounded. But for those, buffed out trails, I think both of these shoes do a pretty good job.
Super fast, yeah. Okay, moving up to the upper. How did you find your upper?
So my upper's a pretty typical Adi Zero fit. It's quite stripped down in the heel counter, a little bit long in the toe box as well, pretty standard in width, but a little bit of extra room ahead of the toes, which I enjoyed for the downhills. The heel lockdown is good, but is a little bit fiddly with this lacing setup, but I found the fit to be good, and I found the drainage on this shoe to be fantastic as well. Very breathable, lets the water in, I guess, but it also lets it out quite quickly as well. Yeah,
drainage, one area of this, which again is a pro for me, really nice. Maybe a con is it's a little bit narrow. It is obviously based off their road racing carbon PEBA shoe, so it's a little bit narrow in the midfoot. It's not too bad in the forefoot for me, but I do have a slightly narrower foot. But I think with anyone with a super wide foot, they could struggle a bit there. Really nice in the heel. I got a really nice heel lock and everything through there, so really nice upper for me.
Yeah, ASICS definitely do have a lot more padding in that heel counter, which could be a big pro for some people. But I think both of these uppers are definitely on the more performance orientated side compared to comfort.
I mean, it is a racing shoe after all, so. All right, moving on down to the outsole. I get ASICS grip, I get 3.5mm lugs. It is an area of concern for me, so almost a con, but it actually gripped really well when I was descending. I was surprised at how grippy the ASICS grip was, so it kind of turned into a pro for me there at the end.
Yeah. In my grip, I've got a combination of 2.5 and 3.5mm lugs. I think again, it's a case of the rubber itself being really good, really sticky, same with ASICS grip too. Yep. The lug configuration isn't super aggressive, so this probably isn't gonna be something that you take on really muddy, kind of sloppy trails, I guess. You're gonna want something which is firmer packed, but the grip was really good. I haven't had any issues with it, even though I'm cautious of it. Yeah, it does the job.
Yeah. Really nice grip on them both, even though maybe on paper, they're not super deep lugs or anything like that. All right, so in conclusion, what did you think of the Adidas Terrex Speed Ultra?
I love this shoe. I think this would be my first option going to the ultra distance, especially on those kind of smoother, packed out trails. I don't know whether it would be my first choice on really hard climbing and descents. I'd probably go for the more stripped down version, which is the Speed, also from Adidas. But I think that the combination of weight saving, the protection underfoot, and the performance just makes it a really comfortable go-to ultra shoe for me. Yeah,
so pros for me in this shoe on hard pack stuff, it's unbelievable, you know, that PEBA foam top layer, really propulsive. It's got a carbon plate in it as well. So once you got going, it just kept you going. So for super fast hard pack trails, I would definitely choose this shoe. Once it starts going downhill, it got a bit hairy for me, but I do come from the track and the road, so maybe it's me and it's not the shoes. But yeah, it could be a con, as I say. That outsole turned into a pro for me. I really like the grip it gave me, that ASICS grip, even though it's only a 3.5mm lug. But on the trails in Perth, which I run, it's more than enough. And as I say, that upper, if you have a wide foot, it's probably a con, but if not, if you have a skinnier foot like me, I think you're gonna get a really nice lockdown and enough room in that forefoot for anything up to about kind of the 50K mark. And for me, that's where I'd like to race in this shoe, from anything from the half marathon to that 50K.
I think if you've had any experience in some of the road performance trainers, you're going to feel pretty at home in these shoes in terms of the upper and also the performance underfoot. They really do have that kind of road speed built for the trails these days.
Yeah, exactly. So that's our thoughts and comparisons on the ASICS METAFUJI Trail and
the Agravic Terrex Speed Ultra.
You can find these obviously at Running Warehouse Australia, runningwarehouse.com.au.